So let's talk about what a federal court judge just did in the defamation case brought against Rudy Giuliani, Sidney the Kraken lady Powell, and Mike the pillow guy Lindell, and why it's pretty clear that justice is coming for these three characters. Because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So we can certainly find our share of bad news stories to talk about on this Monday, but let's talk about a good news story. So the defamation lawsuit brought by Dominion Voting Systems against Rudy Giuliani, the currently law license-less lawyer, it's a term of art, law license-less, and against Sidney the Kraken lady Powell, and against Mike the pillow guy Lindell, that defamation suit will continue forward. It will not be dismissed. And it wasn't just any federal court judge who ruled against Rudy and Powell and Lindell. It was a Trump-appointed federal district court judge. And that's got to sting. Let me read from an MSNBC opinion piece that does a nice job setting out the order that was just handed down by that federal court judge. And that article begins, Dominion's defamation suit is moving forward. That's good for democracy. It's going to be tough for Giuliani, Powell, and Lindell to dodge consequences for their election lies. And that article begins, a federal judge ruled that a major defamation case against key boosters of former President Donald Trump's false claims of election fraud can continue forward. This is a win not just for the plaintiff, Dominion, a corporation that sells voting machines and software, but also for the American people. And the article continues, the defendants in the case are Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani, attorneys who promoted falsehoods about the 2020 presidential election, and Mike Lindell, founder of MyPillow and a frequent peddler of election conspiracies. All three are now stuck defending themselves against Dominion's defamation suit thanks to the judge's decision not to toss the case as they had requested. The article continues. Judge Carl Nichols, who presided over the case, is no liberal darling. He was appointed by none other than Trump himself. And the disdain that federal judge showed for the statements made and the defenses waged by Powell, Giuliani, and Lindell was palpable in his 44-page opinion. And I have that 44-page opinion here, folks, and I would urge you to read at least the first 10 pages because Judge Nichols sets out Giuliani and Powell and Lindell's septic tank of lies. And they are dramatic and they are laughable. And then if you read the next 34 pages of this 44-page opinion, what you'll realize is by way of a defense, they got nothing. And friends, I'm going to spare you the details in the 44-page opinion, but I do want to highlight two things real quickly. First of all, Sidney Powell actually makes the following argument to the court. You ready for this? She says her statements cannot be defamatory because no reasonable person could conclude that they were statements of fact. Now, even though she presented them as statements of fact, she's arguing to the court, yeah, but who's going to believe me? And you know, that's actually a fair point. Who is going to believe her? And it may be a fair point, but it is not a winning defense in a defamation suit. In fact, it's kind of more of an admission. And then the second thing I want to highlight also has to do with Sidney Powell, and I'm just going to read directly from page 23 of the court's opinion. President Trump pardoned Sidney Powell's client. President Trump pardoned her client, Michael Flynn, on the same day she filed her first lawsuit challenging the results of the 2020 election. And that prompts the question, quid pro quo much? Friends, justice is coming for these three characters. And justice matters. As always, friends, thank you for tuning into these daily videos. If you would like to more formally support our all-volunteer efforts, our mission, our content here at Justice Matters, if you want to become a member of Team Justice proper, feel free to come on over to patreon.com. You can sign up to become a patron, and if you do, I'll send you some Team Justice stickers and a personal handwritten note of thanks. And as always, folks, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.